Alrighty, David Goggins has just left the building, and all I can say is fucking wow. You know, I'm pretty blessed because every week I get to sit down with some of the greatest minds in the world, but if I'm really honest, I'd say David has to be the number one guest I've ever had on London Real. He's just got something about him that makes you pay attention, and every 60 seconds is packed full of gold. It was an hour and a half, and it felt like 3 hours of bam, 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 and he just kept hitting me with these nuggets. And it's stuff we all know, but we don't want to hear. It's stuff we put down deep inside, and it's all themes that we've heard before on London Real, whether it's from Dan Banya or Dorian Yates or John Joseph. It's this theme that we all want to play it safe, and we want to stay comfortable, and we want mommy to cuddle us and give us something nice to eat and protect us. But life is to be lived on the other side, maybe more of the masculine side, where we're out there pushing it, getting uncomfortable, going down into the darkness and the demons and in the sewer, as David Goggins says, and trying to be the best motherfucker we can be. And that's why we're here on this earth. And David believes that whatever you do on this earth, you're going to have to live with for eternity. So you might be here only 30, 40, 50, 70 years, but you're going to have to live with what you could have been for the rest of your life. And he doesn't want to go out like that. He doesn't want to get to heaven one day, and he said God is going to sit there and pull out a roll of paper and say, this is what you were supposed to be. And the reason you weren't that is because you decided that you were going to take it easy that day. And you weren't going to go into the pain, and you weren't going to push yourself. And now look at your life. Look at your fucking pathetic life. And David doesn't want to get to heaven one day and have that conversation. And so he's here to push himself deep, dark into the pain. And a lot of people focus on David's accomplishments. Navy SEAL training 3 times. I don't think anyone in the history of the SEALs has ever gone through 3 hell weeks. He did. One of them, he would duct tape his legs up because they had stress fractures on them. I mean, the stories go on and on. All of the stuff that he fought through, but the big one for him was the time when he ran 101 miles in my hometown of San Diego, California in 19 hours. And he said, Brian, that was the hardest thing I ever did. And for me, the race started at mile 70. So just think about that. The race started when he was pissing blood and shitting himself at 70 miles when he was going to quit. And he got out there and said, you know what? What if I just walk another mile? And then what if I walk another one? And he said, Brian, that is when I found out who I really was and what I could do on this earth. And that was the greatest moment of his life. And he said he's never felt pain like that, and he's never felt the joy. And afterwards, his wife basically had to pull the car up and drag him into the back of the car, take him home, put him in the bathtub where he was shivering with a poncho on and pissing out something that looked like Coca-Cola. They were about to take him to the hospital because all of his kidneys were shutting down. And he said, Brian, at that moment, I felt the most incredible joy and clarity and happiness and peace ever, because in that 19 hours, I lived what some people might take 100 years to live. And I saw something so beautiful. I saw what my mind could be. I unlocked it. And I had to go through all that darkness and all of that pain and all of that misery. But I saw this light at the end. And he said that was worth it. And he said a lot of people will go 100 years and never even come close to something like that. He said it all slowed down, and that was his lifetime. It was fucking epic as he described it across the chair from me, and he was living it. And this isn't in his book, and I was just like, fucking hell. And he said, Brian, that's what it's all about. It's about pushing ourselves to where we can get those glimpses of true beauty and joy and possibility. That's what we're here to do. And you got to pay the cost to be the boss of that world, you know. And for David, it comes to mostly physical, but he said it doesn't have to be. It could be you pushing yourself in something in your life. It could be studying for something. It could be getting uncomfortable in social situations. It could be training. It could be something, but it's time to get uncomfortable. It's time to really start callousing the mind, is what he talks about, by doing hard shit. And David just walks the walk and talks the talk. And the truth is, he's not even here to sell you anything, and he could give a fuck if you buy his book or not, which is probably why he sold so many. And it's a brilliant, beautiful message, and something that's totally 100% congruent with our mission here at London Real. And I really appreciate David, and thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. And people, fans. I just appreciate David so much for coming on. I've been thinking about having him on for 2.5 years. We finally made it happen. He was super cool. He had a really good time. And yeah, until the next time, we're definitely going to be catching up with him. So check out the broadcast. It's amazing. Get his book, Can't Hurt Me, and go look into your accountability mirror and start telling yourself the truth of who you really are and what you're all about. Get honest. The truth is so brutal. It puts you right where you need to be, and then start becoming the person that you want to be. Plain and simple. And stop making fucking excuses. And the next time you want to quit, go look at David Goggins and look how he doesn't quit. It's massively inspirational. And yeah, I feel fucking great, man. He really changed my whole vibration today. And yeah, what an incredible guy, and a great presence. And he busted out 10 pull-ups at our pull-up bar as well. So that was epic. So anyways, peace out. I know you're going to enjoy this episode. Definitely check out his book. But yeah, you're the hero in his story, and just embrace that. Go out there and fucking get some. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.